still in the bit to probably delve deeper. Doctor, maybe you're bringing the ladies that we want to actually talking about the Tigers.
Okay. Yeah, it's good you are even here. This is a subject of interest to us. And we said on this program previously that we stand with the Tigers.
Yes.
We're now being joined by Captain Adaora Okono and some other members of the Tigers winning team who won the just concluded FIBA AfroBasket 2021 Championship. Adaora, good morning and thank you for joining us. I see Adaora there, Atonye, Ifi, Ezine Kalu, Promise Amukamara, Victoria Macaulay, Sarah Ogoke.
But Doctor, in the bid to just set the ball rolling, because we had on our Rise News, Colonel Sam Ahmed, who is a stakeholder in basketball, and he had some unsavory words to say about the Tigers team and their protestation that was aired on this program. Let's get to hear from Dr. Sam Ahmed. Colonel Sam Ahmed.
I am the overseer of that team. I am the one that supervises the team manager. I was with the camp with the team in Atlanta, 2 camps. I was in the camp with the team in Vegas, also 2 camps. I was with them at the Euro Olympics, even though I couldn't get into the Euro Olympic Games. I am so surprised. First, I am not in support of anybody or athletes. But at the same time, I am against athletes allowing themselves to be used for political reasons. Why? Let me tell you why. What these girls have done, they have behaved like a child whose father promised him or her a candy. And because the father didn't give him or her the candy, the child has decided to burn the house down. This is what these girls have done. And I'm very disappointed because I feel that they are more enlightened than this. They can ask, they are being owed, please, you should pay us, but not to bring Nigerian basketball down.
Well, Aaron, this is a new angle to this story because previously we considered this subject and we didn't have this perspective. So here is Colonel Amedo saying that these ladies are behaving like children. How are they behaving like children? If they're just asking for their rights, if they are demanding that it should be treated properly, if they're saying that if Nigeria will enjoy the glory of trophies, it must also make it possible for those who win those trophies, to feel like human beings. But do we have them with us now?
Yes,
or
we do.
Do we take a short break?
Yes.
Thank you for joining us, ladies. Well, I'm sure you listened to Colonel Sam Amedo, who says he knows a lot about the Tigers. And his main take, as we showed on television a few minutes ago, is that you guys are behaving like children for taking on, your demands and saying that you deserve to be treated better by the Basketball Federation of Nigeria and by the Nigerian government. Adaora, let's start with you.
Oh, yes. Good morning. We just want to say thank you for having us and bringing more awareness to something that we're just trying to put out there for something that we think that we should have, things that are owed to us. It was very unfortunate, the comments by Colonel, but right now we're just trying to put a stand and make it aware of the things that we're asking for and things that we think are owed to us. If he could continue with, the comments that Colonel Sam had on the show that he stated previously. Evie?
Yeah. Hi, good morning. I just want to make it known that Colonel Sam was not our supervisor in Cameroon or Tokyo, at least not to our knowledge. Hearing Colonel Sam and the things that he had said, the comments and the stance, it's very, very disappointing to us because we have respect for him. Yes, he was in Cameroon, but as a FIBA official, but not for the Tigers.
All right. So let's see these demands again. Okay, Tundu?
Right, yes, let's go through your demands. It's been reported that the Tigers has rejected part payment of the monies that are owed to you. Is that true? And what has happened in respect of the presidential reception that you have demanded and actually do deserve?
Yeah, I can take that question. No, we have yet to receive any of the money that's due to us. And we have made it clear that we will not be taking partial payments and that we would take the whole sum together, including the bank bonuses as well as our old salaries. And we're still very, very open as a team and looking forward to a presidential reception at Aso Rock.
To add to Sarah, we want to take everything as one because it's separate from what the ministry owes and what NBBF owes. And we stand united, and we don't want anyone to be left behind. So the allowances and bonuses that are owed and since 2018, they involve other players that are not active with us now. So it wouldn't be right for us to just receive money from this year, 2021, without the others receiving from 2018, 2019, 2020.
All right, so how much is this money in total? How much does the ministry owe? What are the bank bonuses? And how much is the money in general? Because they said they've instructed the CBN to release this money, that it's there in a certain bank account. So how much is the money in total?
In total, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, in the first video that we presented, I spoke about the money. We are owed $73,118 from NBBF, $24,000 from the Tokyo grant, and then $100,000 from the banks that donated money for us. So
how much is the money in total? How much is everything? How much is everything in total? How much is all of the money in total now?
That money will be over $200,000. Should be approaching $230,000.
Okay, $230,000.
All right, if you let me put this out there, because I've spoken to some stakeholders in basketball, and there are talks that allowances have been paid. That the 73,000 that you just mentioned, 73,100 that you mentioned, was to be a gift, that was promised by the then president, talking about Musa Kida, to the team, not that it was probably part of the monies that were to be paid to the team, but it was a promise to the team. Is that really true?
Go ahead, Z.
I can speak on that. Good morning, everyone, and thanks for having us. I believe that statement is false. We haven't received any money to our knowledge. Like we said, the money that the Ministry of Sports owes us and the money that NBBF owes us are separate monies. And we're hoping that the Ministry of Sports can hold Musa Kida accountable for paying us. I mean, the sad part about it is in 2018 World Cup, we made Nigeria proud, not only Africa, but Nigeria as a whole. And I feel like the fact that we wasn't rewarded our allowances for those tournaments, and it just feels as if we're being taken advantage of. And we've raised the issue over and over again in an attempt to try to resolve the problem in-house. But it seems as if like we're not getting the support that we need from the people who are over us. And now I think it's at a point where we have to speak up for ourselves, and we have to, demand what's right and what's owed to us, because it's not just for us, it's for the generations after us. So to reiterate, we continue to inform the ministry about all the money is being paid to us in one sum so we can move forward on more improved conditions.
Well, this question is for you, Promise. The Minister of Sports and Youth Development, after your initial statement, came forward to say, well, he feels your pain and he thinks that whatever happened should not have happened. And he said, well, he should not be the person to be blamed because he was not Minister of Sports and Youth Development at the time of all that disappointment. So Does that offer some kind of relief or hope that the government of Nigeria is really serious about addressing the demands, the specific demands that you put forward as a group?
Your promise is not here right now, but yeah, we appreciate that. We did our best to differentiate which organization owes us which. T, if you have more, you can address that question.
Hi, good morning. Like my fellow teammates said, it's important for the Ministry of Sports. We're looking for them to hold NBBF accountable. So yes, even though they're saying they're not taking full ownership for the money, for the allowances, for the promises, bonuses that were owed, we're looking for them to kind of step in and enforce, those policies. And also, I wanted to note that this is not the first time that our team has come together and, put a hold to training. Back in 2018, before the World Cup, we also had a same incident that Colonel Sam is very aware of, that our manager, team manager, that our coaches were very aware of, because we refused to practice. This is only the first time that we've had this platform, and it's spread nationwide and has gotten this coverage. And that is why, unfortunately, now there's a lot of cameras or eyes on NBBF, but this is not the first time we have protested and stopped play. So That's about it.
You also raised the important issue of a team manager. Has there been any progress on that?
As of yet, we haven't had any forthcoming communication with the NBBF. We're hoping that will come in the future. There is still time until February, but as of yet, no, we have not had anyone reach out to us about the other demands besides the allowances and bonuses and other fees owed. So yes, the GM, that issue has not been addressed, as well as the improved or different accommodating travel that we would also like to be included.
All right, this is thrown to anyone that can actually answer this, because a lot of people have said it, even Colonel Sam has alluded to this, that this move or the moves being made by you ladies is politically motivated. Has anyone approached you on the side to probably push forward these demands in the bid to smear maybe Musa Kida or anybody running for office? Or is this by itself an isolated incident that you want to be tackled promptly?
Yeah, so I can answer that question. Like I said before, people are going to think what they want. We can't control what everybody is going to assume. And we know that there's going to be, good and bad press around what we're doing. But nobody is controlling our team. Like we said before, this has been done many of times before for delay of allowances and bonuses. Back in 2018, before the World Cup, before we hit that big international platform stage, we had the same incident. And there was no, who's pulling our cords then? But now that we came from the Olympics and we have a lot of cameras on us, now we have allegations of somebody coming in and trying to stir the pot, which is not the case whatsoever. Our team has always stuck together back then, and we're doing it again because the money has now accumulated to so much. We have been forced to take a stand.
All right. Finally, my question to the team will be this: Will you be holding your ground and insisting that without these demands being met to the letter, you will not be participating in the qualifiers and also in the World Championship next year?
Yes, we are sticking to the stand that we've made in the video, in our statement. And even here, we're making it very clear that we will not be participating in February for the World Cup qualifiers in 2022 if those demands are not met. We stand as one, and I think we can feel the support, from everyone. And if we don't get the demands that we have with being paid the money that's owed, travel arrangements, and a GM, we will not be competing.
Well, Betadora, it's been almost 2 weeks now since you guys put your protests out there in the public domain. Has there been any attempt by a Nigerian a public official or the authorities, to use a better phrase, to reach out to you, either individually or as a group, or all of this is just in the media and nobody has even placed a phone call? We'd like to know.
Oh, yes. There have been departments from the ministry that have reached out to get our account information. But as we stated before, there hasn't been any funds. But we've also stated that we do not want to receive partial payment. We want to receive everything at once. That's why we're pleading if they could hold the NBBF accountable so that we can receive all the funds, because it's two separate, the ministry and the NBBF. And also, it's not just the players who were participating in 2021, it's players from 2018. So if we have the lines to stick together, and as a team, we want to stick together so everyone can get what's owed to them.
Okay, but Adora, I mean, some people may have the impression that you guys are more concerned about money, allowances, emoluments, and all of that. Isn't the glory enough? The sacrifice you make for your country?
Yeah, I can step in on that question. I would say that as the crown jewel of Africa and the crown jewel of this country, we have literally for so many years given everything that we've had and we have to, make this country proud, make Nigeria proud, and give our people something to smile about. And I think it's customary that we in return are and continue to be encouraged by the people that we serve and support, which are the Nigerian government, as well as the Nigerian people. We all look forward to one day to be able to come home to Nigeria and be able to, potentially have somewhere to lay our head without having to disturb our parents, to know that we have accomplished something for this country and that, the country has also in return shown us that they love us and they appreciate us all that we've done and for all that we've done and have decided to, bless us. But instead, we're kind of like receiving the opposite. And as a unit, we have decided that we will stand and together as a team and demand the respect that we deserve, so that future generations can see better treatment for sports and basketball, especially in Nigeria.
Well said.
Can I say something?
Well
to that?
said. Do go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of piggyback a little bit of what Sarah said. Yes, it's about the glory. And I think that we do have all that. We're blessed to be able to wear the colors of the green and white and be able to play for our country. But at the end of the day, we have to ask ourselves as we get older, as we, have families and get into our lives outside of basketball, we now have to start thinking about, is that glory paying our bills? Is that glory putting food on the table for our children or for our future plans? We have to start, holding each other accountable. And part of being in a national team, part of playing for a national team is being able to play and receive that compensation for the talent or for the things that we're winning, the competitions, the wins, the history that we're making. All that should be rewarded, not just by words of encouragement, but, a presidential handshake, being paid on time, having good contracts for your players, make sure the players are insured. You have to put the players in a position where they feel comfortable to come play for the country again. And I feel like, yes, we do.
Well said. I wonder if male players will be asked to play for glory and not for money, or if they'll be likened to children or accused of being political pawns. Just a thought.
Yeah, just a thought too, Tunde, on my part. I share that view too.
And okay, this is now a realistic question we're going to be throwing out there. God forbid these demands are not met. Would you be able to live with yourselves walking away from the game and walking away from the team if these demands are not met? Because that might almost mean retiring from the basketball team probably sooner than expected.
Yes, it will be. This is not a soft stand that we're taking. It's something that will hopefully play out for generations to come. This is not just for ourselves. This is, telling other girls who have watched us play and compete and be successful that, okay, maybe conditions should be better. Yes, okay, so this is something that is owed to us. Okay, we have a right to ask for it, because essentially that's what we have been doing. But it doesn't only stop there with the money like you asked before. It's also, okay, how can we build and improve a different basketball organization for the players who are coming up later, because we would not want them to have to go through the things that we're going through now, as far as, talking about things that should just already be done.
The Tigress, I mean, this matter is of great concern and interest to many Nigerians. And as we were having that conversation, people have been reacting. One person sent a message and said, Colonel Amadu is very wrong. That is wrong to have said that you people are acting like children. And he asked the question, this particular person, who will remain unnamed, says, does government pay politicians partial payments? That after all, there is federal government budget for compensation. And then also, of course, one other person said, there is $230,000 waiting for you guys in a domiciliary account with United Bank for Africa, UK. Okay, that's what the person sent to me with proof. I hope that you guys will be able to access it and all of this sordid drama will be sorted out. Thank you very much for joining us on The Morning Show. And we wish you all the best. And we praise you. We stand with you for your sacrifice and your patriotism.
Absolutely.
And thank you very much, Aaron Akrejola, for inviting these patriots to the program this morning.